Hey guys, today we're going to be doing the L1 30-minute practice test for AutoCAD. We're going to be doing this in BricsCAD. I have the PDF pulled up here that I'll be pulling my dimensions from, but I'll be dragging it off to the side so you won't be able to see it. And to start this test, we'll draw the property lines. So I'll do L for line, and then at the distance 225.22, less than sign, and then the meets and bounds. 90. And then you'll just do the same thing all the way around. Alright, now we've got them drawn in. You'll notice the corner doesn't match up perfectly. That is okay. That doesn't always happen. And the prop line layer. Now we'll run LP. BricsCAD likes to spit these out crooked. To fix that, we'll set UCS to the label, copy it, and then UCS to property line, paste. If it just goes up upside down, it's okay. We will rotate, pick a point on the line, hold shift, and stripped. Go. And now we'll set in our building setback lines, and it looks like we have 5 feet from the bottom, 20 feet from the back, 5 feet from the front, and 5 feet from the side. We'll connect these with a fillet of 0 feet radius. And we'll set these on the building setback layer. And now we'll label these using our block. And 20. Okay. And now we are going to make this one magenta, because in this site plan we got a variance to go into it a little bit. However, when you still need to stay 4 feet from the property line. So I'm just gonna go ahead and offset that, make it 0. That way we know where our first constraint is. Now we'll start wireframing. I know that the building is going to be up in this corner. This is our secondary constraint. So I'm gonna offset this 1 feet and 1 feet just to make sure our corner of building is not too close. Then I'll draw in our building. We're gonna have a 54 foot wide and 64 tall building. So here's our building. Go ahead and put it on the building layer. Offset it 1. Set polyline width to 1.5. Here's our building. Move this so we're not in the way. Delete our constraint lines. And now we can put in the drive aisle. So we'll offset 22.5. And then we have 6 feet for island. And we have 12 parking spaces. So we're gonna go 9 feet wide, multiple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 by 2. And then we'll have another 5 feet for the turnaround. Now from the building, I'll just draw a line, make sure your UCS is on. I'm gonna offset 6 feet for sidewalk. I'll offset another 18 for parking, 24 for drive aisle, 36 for 2 rows of parks, 24 for a drive aisle, and 18 for parking. So we've got parking, drive aisle, parking, drive aisle, parking. And now we can go ahead and section off this island. It's going to have 3 foot radius. And we're going to go all the way up to here. And these are going to be our parking stripes. And more parking stripes. So at the end of our drive aisle, we need room for cars to pull out and back out. So we typically do 5 feet. So we are 5 feet. And this will be a radius of 5. Delete that. So now we've got our turnarounds, our island. I'll offset this another 9, fit another parking space there. And then this island on the edge was 4.2 feet. And I'll be able to connect this, join those, and these had a radius of 2. Trim away the inside. Connect that up. Now we can start fixing our layers a little bit. So I can put these on CS site stripe for parking space, and then CG these to the same layer. Trim these away. Trim this away. Now we've got our parking in. Go ahead and put this on the concrete layer. Join all these up. Now that's all concrete. Do the same thing here. Looks like we can make this the same size island as the other one. There we go, we got our 6-foot island. Now this drive aisle is the correct width. And we can extend this out a little bit just to show it goes off. Can delete these wireframe lines. Building, parking, drive aisle. Now the dumpster is going to go over here. So we're going to copy our dumpster block on UCS World. Set it UCS site, paste. And move that down, perpendicular snap. Now it's in the corner. We're gonna give this a radius of 0. Now that is in the corner. We're gonna have this go up. This looks a little crooked, so I'm gonna align it using the align command. Snap this to this corner, this to here, space, and no, we do not want to scale. Now this is perfectly aligned with this. Now we're going to go out the same amount as the parking. It's with a radius of 3. Alright, now I've got this in. I can trim that away and join all the concrete. Back on the right layer. Now we can run our CC command to put it in the curb. And we'll count up our parking spaces. So use kick, K-I-K, to count these. 6 spots. $12 spots. $7 spots. Now those are in, we will put in our arrows. I'll copy these on UCS World, back to UCS site. Turn off eSnap. Alright, all those are in. Now we can label our building. So we got a 2-story office building. I'll use this. Looks a little big, so we'll use this instead. Two. This goes on the CS and one building layer. We'll copy it to get our dimensions. Use 54 feet. By 64 feet. Now we've got our building labeled, we'll go ahead and dimension some of the spots. Actually, first we'll put the handicap spot. And this was 6 spots, so I need to fix that. Now we'll hash this. Scale 15. Pick points and boundaries here. Okay. Now we'll CG this to the stripe layer, and that's our handicap striping. And now we will dimension. So I can grab this dimension down here, copy it, UCS World, copy it, and then I will copy it to UCS Site. Here we'll just dimension all our drive aisles and parking. And we'll put this on the CS and one dim layer. Alright, we've got our drive aisles and our parking. Go ahead and dimension the islands. It's always very important to measure to this second line on the curb. Now we'll label our radiuses with this. Oh, now I will annotate. Annotate dimension. You can just do the DIM command for dimension. And this is going to be R5. I don't know why that's upside down. There we go, now it's fixed. We'll CG this to the same dimension layer. Match here. And the radius is obviously just half of the diameter shown. That's weird, I'm not sure why it said 9, but these are definitely 3 feet. And we'll match. Dim. Dimension this. Alright, now we've got our radiuses in. I think we are good. Thanks for watching, guys.